What up, Random Rockers and Schmoedown fans? Welcome back to Schmoedown Rocks. This week we're finally on this first part of the singles tournament for the ultimate Schmoedown singles tournament. The first match we wound up getting was Andreyko versus Mcweeny. That match was actually not too bad. Though I'll get to the one thing that kind of is disappointing for what would have been a bracket for me if I ever did do one. But anyway, mine, or at least it's sort of busted. It won't be until the Wolf Bateman match, to be honest. But let's just say, after above the line, things haven't exactly gone over the best for Mcweeny. Although considerably doesn't have a bad partner in Brianne Chandler, I'll tell you that. Which I'm hoping from the way the post-match interview is that hopefully we're still going to get Take the Cannoli for next season, from what we're hinting at least. And I'm guessing, I think they even did it in Andreyko, so it's pretty clear that part is happening. Though I'm not sure the one chick who has been managing is going to still be managing. I'm hoping she is, because she seems to be doing far better than Jay. Even though I have something on that's going to be funny. Can't wait for that. Talk about that part. Which, if I can remember the exact words he said in her post interview, but we'll get to that later. As far as the Mcweeny and Andreyko match is concerned, that one really was, for the most part, that actually wound up being a sort of a tie. I think they missed a couple points, or they at least missed one. Both missed one specific question, if I'm not mistaken. Before going into round one, so they weren't able to get perfect rounds, which it seems both, or at least more so, Mcweeny has been known for, even in teams. Through the likes of Above the Line, and even, dare I say, and I guess he might have had one with Take the Cannoli, but I'm not sure. Though they both did well here, and it seems despite one question going to multiple choice on Mcweeny's half, for the most part, both of them managed to get their round twos pretty well, but it was just a matter of who was going to get what point in that regard, and it seems both hit their 2-pointers. Andreyko missed his third. Andreyko missed his 3-pointer. Eventually had to do his 5. I can't remember the entire questions off my head, forgive me. But Mcweeny did get his sec 2 and 3-pointers. Also, prior to this, there's also there's some promos before and after in that match we need to get to as well. Though eventually it leads to a 5-pointer. To Mcweeny's 5-pointer, which surprisingly he got wrong. It was something with Apollo 13 and a certain character. I remember that much. And that one was for the 5-pointer? For that 5-pointer, which unfortunately missed, saying it was cold. I hadn't seen Apollo 13, so I wouldn't have known myself. And it turned out it was the measles. So even Andreyko was sort of shocked, given that it kind of led to that 5-pointer, essentially. Sorry. Long night. Freebie. Anyway, in terms of the pre-promo, both have promos, it seems the whole corruption thing, I kind of figured wasn't fully done. It seems it's taking it's just phase 2 or stage 2 of it. and it seems that he was basically bribing him, the thing that he was bribing with him the whole time. He was going to give it to him, but would only do so if he chose to basically do his match with Harloff, which a lot of people are starting to hint at that, but I feel like that's kind of the fact that they're doing this that early, it could be really a ruse. If that was really the case, that whole thing was merely just as a use for that, even though the guy that he's going to for that stuff isn't. I'd understand if it would have been Christian's decision, but Christian guising behind the scenes, being the real puppet master behind all of Kalinowski's things. But I'm not sure on that part of the storyline for that, and of course, inevitably him signing him up to do that. So we'll see if that actually goes over, or if he's going to wind up getting it before all that. We'll see what happens with that. Though there is a post-match promo as well for the follow-up match, which was the one that kind of disappointed me on that side of the bracket, because I had that particular individual in it going far, and that was Chance Ellison. And, well, I guess Mcweeny is just hungry just to get the title because he came so close to it, given his match with Andreyko. So, at this point, plus to mention, given that he's now being managed by Jay Washington, this was kind of a delight for him at this point, to see him go farther. So, yeah. So, which was interesting, and their back and forths were kind of interesting, and Jay's just having his nice high-pitched little voice thing, almost sounding like some Baptist choir chick or something. Oh, jeez. So in that kind of a way, but not exactly saying that, but it was, I would, but just the way he went about it's enough to say that if anyone, Schmoedown fan, doesn't already think of Jay as a national treasure, they should now. Aside from maybe Finn, that's not like up Finstock's butt about it. So, but anyway, But anyway, to the match itself, I believe that with that matchup, it wound up being to where I don't think any of them went super. That first round match wasn't a super strong. At least it wound up being more of a 6-5. It was with Chance under it, and I think it was more that first round being a little on the tough side, because both of them, whatever categories I'm trying to remember the one Ethan had for round 2 on the wheel. But I'm not entirely. But I do know that Pixar was with Chance both schooled, or at least he got Spinner's choice and wound up picking Pixar, and both just completely ran the table with those. But given Chance was already kind of a point under, he needed to make sure that whatever happened in round 3, he had to hit all of his stuff, and hope that at least Ethan wouldn't hit any of his points at all. So it basically got down to them going neck and neck until it got to Chance's 5-pointer, which he seemed to struggle, and I was like, when I saw it, I was like, great. Really? And then So that part of my bracket's, I guess, kind of busted. So, but, oh well, though it seems the way that post-match interview is that now it's a shame with that, but now from what we've been hearing, Chance has to go in the next season, basically prepping up to essentially for the undercard matchup. We're going to get Janine and Ethan going, and Janine versus, why did I say Ethan? Janine the Machine herself versus Chance Ellison, which kind of puts me in a tight spot, because despite how certain feelings of corruption are, or at least Kalinowski to some extent, I've been on board with Chance, and it seems that, despite this disappointment, Chance will probably do well in that match, though I'm in a more tight spot because Janine, despite the fact of being Viper Squad, she's technically been a part of Action Army. So, you know, yeah. Yeah, that's a tough spot for me going into the start of next season, which is apparently a live show in New York. Or at least within the week following the live show in New York, I guess, is when that's going to happen. So, for overall, I did enjoy all these matchups, so I'm waiting for part 2. Tomorrow, that's where my potential could have been bracket might have been busted, or at least, which would basically, I would have had Bateman going all the way for that, and it's going to be tougher to say. I'm not trying to count out Clark Wolf or anything, or Fight Club for that matter, for other particular reasons. But yeah, overall I did enjoy both of these matches. They were both pretty solid matches. There is a reason, and as I kind of figured so far, there hasn't been necessarily a bad match entirely on either side. On either of those matches, and hopefully the other matches, they are the Elite 8 for a reason, I guess. These guys. You know, and it's just a shame Janine had to face Bateman, but she's probably hoping, like most of Action Army, Bateman goes pretty far. And hopefully maybe kicks. And it's a shame that I'm not going to get to see the Bateman versus Chance, and this Chance going at it, so. But, you know, hopefully maybe next season, but we'll see on that. Overall, I enjoy this. Both post interviews were good. Overall, I did definitely. And then there's this one little. I'm not sure on it much, except that it seems that we have this Brienne and Emma Fyfe talking basically about the fact that the Fight Club basically, if they don't allow Kalinowski to stop, she basically told Kalinowski no, but yet for some reason sense of what had happened with the last week thing. But I guess I don't know if he's gonna make the monkey dance even further. Maybe he'll get the thing that's supposedly blackmailing him, or where they're gonna go with that story and part of the storyline. All I know is it seems that she's not done with the petitions thing, and for what it seems that both Who's the Boss and the Five Club are current club, particularly with Shire Wolves, or at least they're kind of trying to do something storyline wise to hint at both of that they're not winding up being a team match, which would be BS anyway, because it's gonna have to happen. It'd be stupid to not have it happen. But I mean, we'll see how that storyline part of it plays out, I guess. But heck, we'll see how the storylines wind up playing out later on where they're going to go with these technically prep up promos for Spectacular going in, and where they're going to go with that. And I mean, those are kind of fine. I just like the matches more, but I mean, that's just me at this point. I like them, but But what did you guys think of the matches this week? Leave a comment below, let me know. As always, guys, keep it random, keep it real, keep it rocking. I'll see you in the next video. Which will be, of course, next week, as per usual. And we got a movie review, and eventually but in the meantime, we'll probably have an album review and a movie review. At least one film that had come out this week, and that film that come out other film that come out this past week, I'll probably review next week, so prep up on that. So, again, as always, keep it random, keep it real, keep it rocking. I'll see y'all in the next video. If you smell what the movie trivia Schmoedown is cooking.